I had a coaching session today and one of my clients was having difficulties remembering from locations, right? Specific things like food, for example. And what we realized was that there was a lot of challenges that go with just memorizing a certain image. So I want to go through this video and explain what you can do to make your memory palaces better, but also your connections onto those memory palaces as well. So let's get cracking. Hi, I'm Tansel, four-time Australian memory champion, international best-selling author, and your memory coach. And what I'd like to do is just talk about how remembering onto memory locations can be made even better through the use of certain techniques and skills. So I'm going to start with an example, right? Let's say you want to remember a piece of food, right? Now, you're not just going to remember one piece of food. It might be in a list, it might be in ingredients, whatever, right? I'm just giving an example. So let's say that food is grilled cheese sandwich, right? Toasted cheese sandwich. Now, when you visualize that, you see the toasted sandwich. It's an image inside your head, right? In order to make it memorable, you need to be able to visualize that toasted sandwich, right? What does it look like? Now, that's only the first level, the visualization. The next level is how do you incorporate things that make it more memorable? And I've spoken about that in my videos on Smash and Scope. So if you haven't watched that, go watch them. And what that means is that, can you see the cheese oozing out of the toasted sandwich? Is the toasted sandwich burnt, right? Is it burnt? Because you can make it burnt in your mind. And if it's burnt, what smell does it give off? So now you've made that memorable, and we've spoken about making things memorable, right? Now, here's the issue. The issue is if you place this image on a location, right, on your memory palace, what happens is the image you have of that grilled cheese sandwich, right, with the oozing, can potentially get lost, right? It's just a small image onto your location, right? And that's what happens. And then you move along to the next location and next location. So when you memorize, you're not memorizing how you made something memorable. You're memorizing a different image of a grilled cheese sandwich on a particular location. So for example, if my location was my bed, and I imagine this toasted cheese sandwich, grilled cheese sandwich on my bed, it might be really small, right? Or it might just be on a plate. And now I've lost everything that's made it memorable, the oozing, the burntness of it, even how large it looks. And that was one of the key things that I took away from the coaching session, was that, you know, how you see things makes a massive difference. So if I saw this grilled cheese sandwich, if you visualized it, right, and it's really big in your mind, there's cheese oozing out, now picture it on a plate on a bed, it might be naturally smaller, right? So what we need to be able to do is we need to have the same strength as what we initially visualized, that item on its own, to the location. So how would we do the grilled cheese sandwich on the bed? So I imagine my bed, and the grilled cheese sandwich is really big. It covers the whole bed, and there's cheese just oozing out, almost becoming a blanket. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm making it so that it's large in my mind, but I'm also using its attributes of the grilled cheese sandwich, right? Let's take another example. Let's say a mobile phone, right? Cell phone. Where's my one? It's somewhere. What can we do, right? When we visualize it, it really is a static object. We just see the shape and pretty much it. It might see the cover screen. It might see the case if it's in a case, but generally it's just an image. How do we make that memorable? You might swipe around, or you might touch the screen if you've got a smartphone, or if you've got buttons, you might play around with the buttons, right? So yes, we're making it memorable. You could even visualize, you know, your favorite apps on there. If you're on Instagram or if you're watching YouTube, now you've made that interactive image. Great. Now, if that phone was on, let's say, the front fence, right, in one of my locations, what I usually do is I usually throw the phone at the front fence. Has that really made it memorable? It's made the memorable story where the phone breaks on the fence, but it hasn't made the phone memorable. Do you see what I mean? It's made the story memorable, the phone not memorable. So when I'm recalling, I know that something smashed on the fence, but it may be a chance that I could forget, what's on the fence that's smashed. So this is where people are going wrong with recalling from memory techniques, is that the image that you create is different from the image that is connected. And if you make that mindful act of knowing how to connect an image that you've made visual onto the location and make that the same, and then you've won. Then what's going to happen is go to the location and go, whoa, the phone, I got it now. Or the grilled cheese, I got it. So do you see what I mean? If you're not sure, comment down below and we'll go through it in greater detail. But hopefully you've taken something out of that, because this is something that's, I love breaking down memory techniques and effective connections, all of that stuff. As a coach, I always dig deep into that. So if you're interested further, I have stopped coaching. I'm doing memory training now, so completely different. I'm playing games with people. So if you're interested in that and you want to work with me, I'll leave a link down below. And if you've got any other comments or anything like that, feel free to, say hello in the comments, write down any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.